Yes, good evening, everyone. Sir, in the last class, we started discussion about working with databases and models. Working with models and database. Django follows the architecture design pattern is MVT. Model, view, templates. Already we had a small discussion about the views and templates. View meant for completely business logic Python code. Templates are meant for HTML files. We have to provide it. Next one is we have to introduction about the models. I want to store data for the future purpose permanently. Then we can use database. Django provides by default inbuilt database SQLite 3. If you want, you can configure with Oracle, MySQL, MongoDB, anything. If you are not using any database configuration, by default, it will be considered SQLite 3. If you want to connect your database, configure with your databases like MySQL or Oracle, anything we can provide. Present first example, I can go with the SQLite 3. Next level, I will tell MySQL and those things. At the time of database configuration, you can pass parameters, database engine name, database name, user, password, host, and port numbers. In all these, port and host is the optional remaining. Once we provide settings, you can go to Python shell, import connection, create that. Present we are using SQLite 3. We are not getting any errors. Once you configure your own database, either Oracle or MySQL, then we will get, if everything goes fine, we are not getting any error. If something goes wrong, then it will display the error message. Now, this is the theoretically what is the this one, all the things. Now, first of all, what is a model class? In Python, we know what is the class. Class is nothing but a design or plan or blueprint. Okay, which can be used for to construct some objects. That is called as class. Simple example for class is nothing but collection of variables and methods. Within the Python class, different types of variables are there. Instance, any static, any local variables, methods also different are there. If a collection of variables and methods are nothing but a Python class, same. Within your Django model class is nothing but a just one Python class. Within this class contains database fields and names and their behaviors. Fields and their behaviors. Behaviors are nothing but data types. For example, I want to store some employee information. My class name is any name, employee. So, employee is my class, Python class only. In this employee, there is one parent class is that the parent class name is model. So you know inheritance concept in the Python. Within parentheses, whatever given, that is the parent class, this is the child class. Inside function definition, what you have to define? All your fields and their behaviors. Employee contains number, employee contain name, employee have salary, employee have address. Behaviors are nothing but types. What is the type? జనరల్గా పైథాన్ వచ్చి ఇంటీజర్ టైప్, ఇది వచ్చి ఎస్టీఆర్ టైప్, శాలరీ ఫ్లోట్ టైప్, అడ్రస్ స్ట్రింగ్ టైప్. That is the Python data types. Django also same like that, but different ways are there. Character field and float field, integer field like that available there. So it is just like one Python class, but within your database, the database understandable language is only one language. That language is, what is the language? SQL only. But this is my Python class. This class I want to inject it to database, no chance. First, you have to convert this. Every Python class is one database table. First, you have to convert this Python class into SQL query. Then only injected to this database. Otherwise, no chance. So here we are not writing any SQL commands. We have to write just Python class only. That class I can convert it to SQL query and that query injected to the database. All these things will be taken care by Django. Just you have to define one Python class. How many, all these classes you can mention into one file. That file name is models.py. .py is a Python file, one module. A module contains multiple classes, class employee, class student, class movie, class. Every model class representing one table in the database. So how many tables you can require? Those many models you can create. That is called as first class model class. Class contains fields and behavior. Every Django model class is child class to which class? Model class. So within this class, there are different types of data types all there that we have to inherit. That is the first one, model class. A model class is a Python class which contains database information. A model class is a Python class which can contains your database info. It contains fields and behaviors of the data. What we are storing. A model class is a Python class which contains database information. It contains fields and behaviors of the data. What we are storing. Each model maps to one database table. Every model class internally created one table in the database. So how many tables you can require? Those many classes you have to define. Every model is a Python class which is the child class of models. Django, DB, models, model is the class. Each attribute of the model represents database field, column name in the table. So within the our Python class, Django class, whatever fields I can provided, each and every field is column name of your table. because table contains columns and rows. Every column field we have to provide that here one field of the Python class. So where we can write these classes, we have to write all model classes inside one Python file is there, models.py file. So simple. Now I have to create one project inside application, inside model class, convert to that class to query, inject it to table. I have to insert that data. That is the concept. So a model class is a one Python class. How we have to define Python classes? Same you can define Python, but inside that class you have to mention field and their data type. Whatever field you are mentioned, that is nothing but your table column name. Create the project. Go to here. CD Django November 730. Django hyphen admin start project model project. CD model project. Py manage.py start app done. This is the first three steps. So once you create project, create application, after that add application in the settings.py. Then go to models.py, create one Python class. So open Atom. Model project. So now, sir, models.py is available project level, app level, app level. Within the app, models.py is there. Create your model. Models is one. Just now I'm telling now. It is the child class of django.db. This is the module name. This is the class name. Already import statement is there, django.db models. In this module, model is the class, that is. Now first, class is the keyword. Class name anything. How to give inheritance? Parenthesis. So what is the module name? Models. What is the class name? Model. It will display. ఇదిగోండి. Whenever any before C will be there, that is class. Function అయితే F symbol is coming. So model is the one class, else bottom it will give the description. Okay. Model is the parent class. Now a class contains fields behaviors. Employee contain number. Generally, what is the type of the number? Integer. It is available చూడండి. In this modules, integer field is the one class. Create object. Employee name. Models. Dot. Which field? Character field. There is one attribute is there, variable. Maximum length. The reason is, whenever in the database terminology, you can ask about any database. Whenever I can define the column name, compulsory maximum characters you have to mention. Varchar 2 of 10 ani, varchar 2 of 15 sizes. ఇదిగోండి. Employee table, number, name, salary, address. Employee name maximum size 10. Address 10. So compulsory sizes we have to mention. That's why here also we have to mention maximum underscore length is the variable. What is the size? I'm given 30 characters. Employee salary. Models is the module. Salary means general which field? Float. Employee address. Models dot which field? Character. Compulsory you can give maximum length is the variable. Mentioned 30. This is your Python class. Ide class. You no need to write anything. This class can be converted to database query format. So here explanation is not required. In case of Oracle, you have to write some queries, all the things. Just you have to define Python class. Class is the keyword. Class name inside parent class. Whatever fields you have to define fields and their data types. This model class can be converted into database table. Who is responsible? Django is responsible conversion. So just you have to define class. Line number 20, class we defined our class name I can mention Hanumantu. Class is the keyword, man. This is my class. Within the parenthesis class is parent class. If you know Python object oriented and inheritance, then that is only class is the keyword. This is my class name employee. Within the parenthesis, if I'm given class, that is parent inheritance. Within this module, these are all the different classes are there. No, any number you can use. Just I'm given 30, man. Here I can use 10 now, or I can use 12, 13, 15, any number, not a constant. I can give 256 also, my wish. There is no fixed constant value, Dhanush. Any number you can provide, no issues. Just I am given 30. It's not a fixed number. So now that is the, anyone please tell what is the table name? Table name, employee. What is the class name? Modeler. I am asking what is the class name? Employee is the class name. But what is the table name? So class name is employee. Table name is not employee. Okay. Table name is within the inside whatever table na, that is called as table name. How it is created table name means the combination of your app name with class name. App name with class name. You tell what is your table name? The so test app. What is the class name? Adi me table name. Okay. Class name only employee. Within database, I will show database table also. It will be created with the combination of always your app name underscore class name. Your app name is, my app name is test app. That's why test app underscore employee will be created. Previous batch ledo oka I will show the table. ఇదిగోండి. What is the table name? Test app. Because of my app name, test app. Class name, that is the table name always. Your app name with class name. Next, fields. Whatever fields are there, employee number, employee name, employee salary, and employee. And one more extra field will be generated, sir. That field is ID. It is auto-generated field. You created 4, but Django will created one extra field. That field is ID, auto-generated field. And just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 IDs will be generated. Behaviors. What is the behavior? Simple. Employee number is of which type? Integer. Employee name is which type? Character. Like that, those are behaviors. So a model class is nothing but database table name plus field name plus field behaviors. That is nothing but your model class. Database table name, field name, and field behaviors. Sir, now the problem is you created class, fine. Class employee is there. Inside employee number name, all are Django class is ready. I want to every class should be a one table. That is also acceptable only. Now, this is our database. Present I'm using SQLite 3, no other databases. The only database understandable language is SQL. But the problem is this is called as a which file? Python file. Models.py inside class is that is the Python file. Who are attending my regular classes in advanced Python last topic PDBC, Python database programming is there. Test.py is the Python file. I connected to Oracle SQL server. One name of Python file, one name of database. I'm using some drivers, connectors, translators, CX underscore Oracle, PyMySQL translators. By using that, we have injected data to the database. But here, this is completely Python class. It is a class is the keyword developed Python. How we need to inject it means, first of all, compulsory, you have to convert your that class into SQL query. Then only it is possible to inject it to your database. Direct your Python class database means database will give left and right. Database can understand only insert, create, update, delete commands only. SQL commands, DDL, DML, TCL, DCL commands, only those 11 or 12, those only they can accepted. Python class not accepted. Now my question is, how to convert your one Python class to the SQL query? For that, the first command is make migrations. So what is the use of the make migrations means one Python class converted to SQL query not executed. Once I execute make migrations, go to the database, check the table. Table is not created. Sir, how? The reason is this command is responsible to convert one Python class to which one? SQL. After that, your responsibility is execute this command into where? In the database. For that, one more command is there, migrate. So interview main important question is, what is the difference between make migrations and migrate? What is the difference? Make migrations can be converted our Python class to SQL query, it not executed. Once a query is ready, this query executed to database by using migrate command. That is the difference of make migrations and migrate. Sir, I'm not executing just to make migration SQL query ready. I want to see the SQL query. SQL query means compulsory create, alter, delete, drop, truncate only. How to see that SQL query? I will show that SQL query. After that, I can inject this one to your database. So the first process is how to convert this one to our SQL query. The first one, converting model class into database specific SQL code. The first step, you have to convert your Python model class to the SQL code. Once we write model class, we have to migrate the corresponding SQL code for this. We have to use make migrations. Once we write model class, we have to convert that corresponding SQL query. We have to use make migrations. So here left side, see the first project architecture low, one thing will be added there is only models, model project, test app, manage.py. Inside, these are all the files we know. Inside test app, migrations are there. Inside init.py, empty blank script Python files. Okay. Now check this carefully. Once I run the command, what is the command? Py manage.py. What is the command? Make migrations. ఇదిగోండి. Sometimes if you did any mistakes, it will display no changes detected. Then query not converted. Once you are getting message create model employee. Where it is created? Test app migration. What is the file name? 0001 underscore initial.py. Ante within it is one Python file. Internal ga SQL query is there. Previous ga migrations folder empty. Nothing. Only Python script is there. Now see this. Test app migrations. What is the file? 001 initial.py. Indulo SQL query is there. If you open, no, some command is there. By using that, I will extract that command. Now, this is the command. Once executed, how to see that SQL query? For that, one command is there. Py manage.py make migrations. This command is responsible to convert model class to SQL query. Query is ready. So general SQL query means compulsory it should be started with create table name, so on so fields. How to see that query? How to see the corresponding SQL code of migrations. For that, go to the same project, Django model project, py manage.py. The command is py manage.py. The argument is SQL migrate. App name test app. What is the file? It is 001. See this carefully. Create. Is it SQL command? Table. What is the table name? Test app. Because of my app name and table name. With this name, table created. ID. Integer not null primary key auto increment field. Just now I am telling I am given 4 fields. Whatever my fields. Employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address. Is going to varchar of 30. Varchar. Yeah, am I given any varchar? No. I am given just char data. What is the meaning of this one? In regular class, I am telling commit and rollback. In case of DML commands, insert, update, delete, the data should be available in the buffer, not stored into the database. That's why commit means it should be saved. Generally, in our regular classes, Python, I'm using same command. But now, you no need to do anything, just you have to define class. This class converted to the corresponding SQL query. That is the beauty of Django. So this is the command. So that is SQL query. py manage.py SQL migrate app name 0001. So that is the query it should be created. That is 001 Python file. కావాలదంతా. 0001 dot 1 py file. Once migration it is created, na, in that SQL query is there, that is a extracted query. So first converted, I am seeing the query. Once query is there, this query executed to the database. Then what is the command? Migrate. Migrate is responsible to execute your SQL query into database. How to execute the generated SQL query into the database? After generating the SQL code, we have to execute that SQL code to create a table in the database. For this, we have to use one command, migrate. If I want to inject this SQL query to there, migrate is the command. So what is the command? See this. Go to the command prompt, py manage.py. What is the command? migrate. Tables created. This is the command migrate. Py manage.py migrate. Sir, now in one interview they are asking, sir, it is a SQL query only. This one. Create. See the SQL query syntax is same only. Create, table name, test app, employee, ID, all this. You can copy this, go to the database, paste here, run it, table will be created. Because of it is SQL command, pakka executed. At the interviewer, they are asking, you copy that code, paste it, table created, then why you are using migrate command? What is the advantage? Why we are using that command? What is the advantage of creating tables with migrate command? Why? You can copy, paste Oracle or SQL anywhere, execute table pakka created because of all our SQL syntaxes only. Compulsory it is executed here. But why we are using migrate? What is the reason? The reason is, sir, by using this one also it will created, but it is created only one table. What is the table name? Test app underscore employee means your application specific table will be created because of this command. But by using this migrate along with this table, Django supported tables so many created there. Those are admin table, authentication, content type, sessions. What is our one? Test app. So by manual also you can create, you can execute, your application is working properly, no doubt. But the problem is by using manually, test app related table only created. These type of user tables, authentication tables, all these tables are not created. So next level, if I want to log in with admin, next I can go with session management, authentication application, then your Django application not work properly. Along with your app model, system related tables will be created. That we can use migrate instead of manually. If we use migrate command, then all Django required tables will be created. In addition to our application specific tables. If we create table manually with SQL code, then only our application specific table will be created. So Django may not work properly. That is the problem. Hence, highly recommended to create the tables with which command? Migrate command. That is the advantage of migrate instead of manually. How to check table created or not created? Where we can check. If it is Oracle MySQL, I will go to their show tables. It will display tables, my tables. But unfortunately, I'm using SQLite 3. Now where we can check table. So if I create a table in case of Oracle, I can ask about the table. If I go with MySQL, I can ask show tables, table displayed. But I'm not doing any changes. My first application got I'm using which database? SQLite 3. But table created or not created means you have to check with there is by default one URL pattern is there. What is the URL pattern? Admin. It is login to admin interface. In that you have to check the table available, not available. So how to check the created table in Django admin interface. If we start server, go to admin, it will ask username and password. Before that, first you have to register these tables into admin.py, then only it will be visible. We have to register model class in one file is there, admin.py. So in your app level, admin.py file is there. So here on left side in test app, what is the file? Is it there? Admin.py. Yes. Open this admin.py. They are asking directly, boss, register your models. What is your model class name? Employee. That one you have to register here. What is the module name? Admin. Direct it is the module name already imported statement. Admin dot site dot register is the function. What is your model class name? Employee. But you have to tell this file name admin.py. But this employee class is available where? Models.py. So what is required? Import statement. What we can write? From where it is available? Test app dot what is the module name? Models. Import. What is the class name? Employee. Compulsory, otherwise you are getting error. Because this employee class is available models. It is available test app. So compulsory import these two commands you can mention. This is the way of register your model. Then how to check the admin? For that user password required, create one super user. admin.site.register, give the table name. If we want to see the admin, you have to create one super user there. Creation of super user to log in to the admin interface. How to create super user? Py manage.py create super user. The command is py manage.py create super user is the command. Execute this command. It is asking usernames and passwords, mail ID, either dummy details you can give. User created successfully. By using that username password, login. So if you are not registered, the model is not available to the admin interface. Compulsory you have to register, okay? Copy the command. And it will ask some details. You can give dummy details. Create super user. Username. If I am not provided anything, leave blank to use. And I'm great so many times it is asking, but it is asking username you can give. I'm not given anything, by default it will consider Mahesh. Email, either dummy abc@gmail.com. Password, మళ్ళీ password. ఇదిగోండి. This password is too common. And every time I'm using Sunny, that's it is telling too common. So you can create a yes. ఇదిగోండి. Super user created successfully. Now start the server. How to start the server? Run server. Server is started. This is the system IP address. This is the port number. What is URL pattern? Admin. We have only one URL. You need to ask, it will tell. Okay. Suppose, sir, we are getting some people are getting errors. I'm given app. App URL is there. Up it will display. Babu, you have only one option. What is the option now? Admin kada. So any I can use, it will do. You have only one URL. You can use must and should admin. So what is the username? Mahesh. Password Sunny123. Login. What is the table name? Employees. Open this. How many employees are there? Sonna 0. Add employee 101. Employee name Om Pradanga Sunny. Employee salary 12. And another. If you go to the studies at the puja, you are giving Om na first or swastik symbol. Like first time Sunny you can use. Everything will goes fine. Mumbai. Save. This one employee object is added. Sir, why it is displaying employee object? I want to display number, name, salary, address. That story later I will tell. You have to add 102. Bunny. Salary. Address. Like that you need to add. First employee, second employee. How values are coming? I will tell this process, but just to see this, how it is coming means. I have to, there is some story is there. Later I will explain. Present not required. See, class employee admin dot. What it is later I will tell. Okay. Present you don't worry about this. List underscore display. Number, name, sal, address. Save, refresh. Now, yeah. Employee, comma, employee, admin. Come here, refresh. And employee number, name came, not came. Yes, that is also possible. But this is upcoming story. Present I will tell what about this is cinema later on. Present it up to here bus. How to create table, how to register and see this. py manage.py, create super user. After that, start server and log into admin interface. So compulsory you can use URL up to admin. Enter whatever username password created, enter it. It will be done. The process up to here. You can do that one. So that list display, that story later I will tell. So here nothing I'm not doing, just model class, make migrations, migrate, super user, login. అదే చేసింది. డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ చూసారా పుస్తకాలు అప్పుడే. డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఇవాళ బుధవారం కాదుగా, ఇవాళ ఎగ్గా. ఓహో, డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ మేక్ మైగ్రేషన్స్ అండ్ మైగ్రేట్. సార్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్? Yeah, make migrations is responsible to generate the SQL code for Python model class, whereas migrate is responsible to execute that SQL code. So that the tables will be created in the database. So make migrations just converted your Python class to SQL query. That SQL query can be injected to database by using the migrate command. So up to here I am telling I created super user. I added the data to the table also. ఇదిగోండి ఇక్కడ టేబుల్లో డేటా ఆల్సో డిస్ప్లేడ్ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్. దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ you know manually. Next your task just to read the data, display to the end user. Whatever data is there, read the data from the database and display for the end user. అక్కడ 2 records ఉన్నాయి. The 2 records you can display in the HTML file in the form of table, number, name, address, salary. Bus. Because up to here I explained all the steps, how to create project, application, model class, make migrations, migrate, register admin, create super user, login admin, add the data. Only you have to step, read, create one templates folder, take one HTML file, display the data to the console. Sorry, HTML file, not console. That is your requirement. So take one new project. Steps you should be same common whatever I provided. No, first అక్కడ ఉంది, ఇదిగోండి. క్రియేట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్, యాప్, యాడ్, మోడల్స్, మేక్ ఇదంతా సోది స్టోరీ కాబట్టి అవసరం లేదు. జస్ట్ కమాండ్ మేక్ మైగ్రేషన్స్. దెన్ ఇది కూడా నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్. నెక్స్ట్ డైరెక్ట్గా మైగ్రేట్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ రిజిస్టర్. నెక్స్ట్ create super user. Next log into that, insert. After that create one HTML file. How to create HTML file? You know, templates folder, test folder, HTML. Read the data, display in the form of table. If possible, that you can try. So that is the basic introduction of what is the model class, make migrations, migrate, and SQL code, all the story. So your next class is on Monday is our next class. Tomorrow onwards holidays, enjoy శీతాకాలం హాలిడేస్. థర్స్డే అన్నానా? టుమారో ఒకరోజు ముందే వచ్చింది సెలవు. ఎంజాయ్. మార్నింగ్ classes are there. Who are attending my morning NumPy class, Python class, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock classes are there. Only evening 7:30 Django class not there. Morning classes as usual, NumPy, Python classes are there. Only the 7:30 class I cancelled. So next your class is on Monday. Enjoy these 4 days.